You know that feeling, right? When you're just stuck, completely out of gas, and you need something to get you moving again. Well, we often think the answer has to be some big, life-altering event. But what if I told you the real secret, that second wind you're looking for, is actually hiding in the tiny, everyday moments we usually ignore? Let's get into it.
So have you ever had this happen? A little spark of joy or a moment of relief hits you, but then your brain immediately chimes in with, "Really? Is that it?" You start to wonder if the moment is too small, too silly, or just too simple to actually count as gratitude.
And that right there is the big problem. The author I was reading about was in this exact spot, feeling a small moment of gratitude, but then immediately second-guessing it, thinking it was just insignificant. And it turns out that hesitation, it has a real cost. I mean, this quote just nails it. While she was standing there debating if her feeling was good enough or big enough to matter, the moment just, poof, it was gone. Time doesn't hang around waiting for us to figure things out, and that tiny chance for a positive boost just vanished.
So, how do you actually break that habit of overthinking? Well, for the author, the big breakthrough wasn't some complicated mental exercise. No, it came from something much more basic, a simple, physical feeling she could use as an anchor to pull her back to the present.
And when I say simple, I mean really simple. The thing that sparked this whole revelation, it was a little battery-powered fan. That's it. Nothing fancy, nothing profound, just an everyday object that turned out to hold some serious power.
So she turns it on, and in that first instant, the air hits her face. And the feeling she describes is just immediate and pure. It was blissful. It was peaceful. It wasn't a thought she had to analyze. It was a physical sensation that just sliced right through all that mental noise.
And here's where it all clicks. That simple feeling wasn't just nice. It was a direct link to this huge realization. That cool air on her skin was a reminder of the most fundamental truth there is: I'm alive. The sensation became the realization. No overthinking needed.
We can actually give this a name, a sensory anchor. It's any simple physical feeling, the warmth of your coffee cup, the sound of rain, or the breeze from a fan that yanks you out of your head and grounds you in a powerful, positive truth, right here and right now.
Okay, but get this. It wasn't just about physical anchors. The author also found a way to use something totally abstract, like numbers, to create that same jolt of energy. She basically turned them into a mental engine to get herself going.
Look at how powerful this is. For her, seeing this sequence 1, 2, 3 became a mental trigger for go time, like the start of a race. And seeing 3, 2, 1, well, that wasn't an ending. It was a countdown to the start of something new. She gave these basic number patterns a new job, to kickstart action.
So why does a little trick like this even work? Well, numbers are super direct, right? They're simple and powerful. They can instantly shift your mental gears, acting like your own personal countdown that tells your brain, okay, it's time to move. It's a ridiculously simple way to create your own second wind whenever you need it most.
All right, so let's pull all these threads together. We've got these sensory anchors that ground us in the present, and we've got these mental engines like numbers that push us forward. So how do we actually turn all this into a tool we can use when we feel like we've hit a wall?
Here's how you can actually do it. It's really just 4 steps. First, and this is key, you just have to admit that you're stuck. Stop fighting it. Second, find your trigger. What's your version of the fan? What's your 1, 2, 3? Third, you have to consciously use it to shift your energy. And finally, and this is the whole point, you use that little bit of new momentum to just keep going.
So in the end, this isn't just a nice little story. It's a real, practical strategy you can use today. And that leaves us with one big question, and this one's for you. What's the simple, unnoticed trigger in your own life that you can turn into your personal anchor? What's the thing that's going to give you your second wind?